There's something about the silence of the redwoods and the redwood forests.
The most healing I have found is actually from the redwoods.
It tests us to just be alone with ourselves.
My wife is from the Santa Cruz area, and I was just out there with the redwoods.
I thought I had arrived in a cathedral.
Everything in the script is true. They're so magical and beautiful and really reflective, and so I would say the Redwood Forest is where I go to escape for sure.
We took a trip to Muir Woods to do some forest bathing, and that was an incredibly beautiful experience for me. I would go back in a heartbeat.
And there's also so much life around us at the same time. And so we are reminded to keep searching for that thing that makes us, really embrace life again, even in the hardest of times.
Right after I finished my run at 6, the next day they put me on a plane and I actually got to go to the redwoods and explore and hike. And I got to climb an actual redwood. So I think that's where my healing, it started right at the top of this process.
I was so spoiled that growing up I could just go to the beach and just watch the waves and just zone out. So yeah, that would be my special place in nature.
The beach, the ocean, the sand beneath your toes.
I had the great fortune of going to Japan for fun earlier this year, and I went to the Arashiyama bamboo forest.
I grew up on a lake. I grew up in Canandaigua, New York on a lake, and I didn't know how much I've missed it.
The sensation that I had was that it felt like I took the first big breath through my nose in years.
Everyone says, I can't wait to leave this little town. I can't wait to leave this little town. You go out to college, you come back, and you realize what you've been missing all along. It was right there.
I moved to the forest of Florida last year because I was raised up here, and I've been doing this a long time, dealing with New York.
She needed a break.
I had to get out, and honestly, just taking that breath, it was quiet. I could see the sky.
Every time I get on that lake, in my 50s now, every time I get on that lake, I feel at home.
That healed me. And then the Lord said, get your back to New York.
You better go back. The time is now to come back.
You gotta go to work.
And thank God she did.